Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next session of Call of Cthulhu. Woohoo! Harris, would you like to give your synopsis of what shenanigans you had?
Oh, all right. Where to start? All right. So, after meeting Investigator Rose in the library and lying through my teeth, I don't know how, but I feel like it was successfully. Um, I went to contemplate some things and what I would do going forward, and I determined that the best thing for uh my own
Health.
safety, mental health, and physical safety. I needed to get rid of Investigator Rose, and I had tried to brainstorm a couple of things, and I really couldn't think of anything. And so I went to the one person who I know that knows what to do in situations like this. And so obviously, I went to Miss Y, and I asked for some advice, and I was given a counter offer by Miss Y that she would take care of my particular problem. And then when she asked, and then essentially I would owe her a favor that when she asked, I could not ask any, like, I could not ask any, no, a favor, a free favor, no questions asked. Um, and I said yes. I said yes. So I'm screwed in that particular aspect of my life. And you know what? I feel like this is well deserved on that aspect. So after making a deal with the devil, I need to rejoin my compatriots. But like we didn't set, I kind of left in a little bit of a hurry, and so we did not set a like meet me here kind of dealio. And so I had to try and find them. And so I knew that we were all going back to like talk to the lady Songbird. And so I went to her and I was like, "Hey, you seen my friends?" And she was like, "Oh, well, I did see them, and I told them to go to like this place, that, or the other." And I'm like, "Oh, that's real great. Like, did you talk about like what specifically did you talk about?" She's like, "Ah, well, you know, stuff." And I'm like, "All right, that's fine." And I didn't want to bother her any further. Um, And so I was like, well, I have two options. I can either go to this antique store or I can go see Etienne de Monnier, who I do not like. I still think he sells up. And so I decided to go to the antique dealer, and thankfully the bouncer knew where that was, and so he gave me some directions. And when I get there, the place is like boarded. It's shrouded in mystery because all the curtains were drawn. I couldn't see shit inside, and so I went around back and like tried to not be suspicious while doing this. I don't know whether I succeeded or not, but the back door was unlocked, luckily. And I went inside and like all the mirrors were covered. There's a very ornate and beautiful desk sitting in front of the front door so that people can't get in. And it looked like nobody had been down here in a really long time. But I knew that there was an upstairs to this particular building based on the balcony I seen outside. And so I go up the steps, and god damn it, I almost get fucking blasted away by this strange little beady-eyed man who's just freaking out. Turns out that this was Amadon, Amadon. Don't remember. He's Ambassador,
Abaddon.
Abaddon. There
Yeah.
we go. And this little man is rattled out of his goddamn mind, saying that the king and yells come to get him, and that he thought I was an agent, and I had to like quickly dissuade him that no, I'm not an agent. Can't you tell I'm wearing green? Agents don't wear green; they wear suits. And I got him convinced to, kind of put the gun not towards me, but he's just gone insane. Um, and so I really didn't get a whole lot of information out of him, but I like made sure that he was okay to be where he was at, and And because like I don't know how to help someone who's having a full on meltdown like this. I ain't trained for that kind of shit. Uh, I'll just have to leave with no bullet holes. I feel like that's a bonus to being alive. But anyways, when I left, I locked the door, and knowing that I didn't really couldn't. I don't think we're gonna get much information from him. Oh, oh shit! I almost forgot. The investigator. What's his name? Gavin something. Newspaper said he died. Jumped off a roof. Suicide. I feel like that's pertinent information to what we're looking around for, seeing as we are following in his footsteps. I hope not that close, but we'll see what happens. Um, but yeah, I was like, all right, it's time to go to Etienne's house, even though I don't wanna. But that is the next thing on the list of possible locations that my new found buddies is gonna be at. Um, so I tried to find a cab, but well, you know it. I like tried to hail down a cab, and there was another gentleman there, and like I didn't want to steal his cab, seeing as it, upon further discussion, we were going to separate places, and I didn't want to like stay in a cab with this person that long. So I was just like, "Hey, you get this one, I'll get the next one." So I just started walking towards where I knew this gentleman lived, and well, on my way there, a very buxom and beautiful woman decided to give me a ride. What can I say? I think I'm just that charming, or I mean, maybe she saw something she liked. But I received a ride from this lovely woman, and we parked over at Etienne's place and just parked under a nice tree. I did glimpse Esteban's car in the drive. That's perfectly fine. But before I could do much about it, by golly, she grabbed my collar and pulled me in for a very heated smooch.
Yep. Runa, would you like to recap what Estaban and Runa did, or?
Oh my god. I feel like we had very similar stuff last when István and I went off because Harris hurried off all suspicious like. After meeting the investigator, we went to go see Lady Songbird, and of course, we had a lovely conversation with Mr. Y and Miss Carlotta, and we did learn from them that Peter Gavin had been to the speakeasy to ask a few questions. He was investigating the sign, which Mr. Y did recognize, but didn't give us all of the information. I'm pretty sure he's got more information, but it wasn't really a good time to bother him for it. So maybe we'll have to round back for that one. But he did recognize the symbol. Lotta hadn't seen it, but we did get confirmation that Peter Gavin was going to question Mr. Abaddon, who's an antiques dealer, and Etienne de Laurent de Marnier, the psychic man. So we had gotten those clues that those could be potential follow-ups to look for more information about the King in Yellow play and this symbol that's apparently really important. Let's see. Oh, we did get the information from Lotta a little bit backhandedly. She didn't really want to come out with it, which I understand, we're strangers and we don't know her or Wolf very well. But she did confirm that Wolf has been acting really different and that retirement has not been very good for him. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I don't think it's good. We also learned that this Peter Gavin was investigating the crew swords for the Mardi Gras, specifically for the weird activity and some of the big families that, well, we'll just get into that when I meet Harris again. I'm probably going to have to regurgitate that information.
All right.
We learned the families that started the crew. And yeah, so we got five potential leads to follow up on. And I guess we are we scored an appointment with Etienne. So I guess that's where we're at now.
All
I
right.
was going to say we scored it, but
Runa, go ahead and roll me a luck.
Oh, God. Am I going to see a lily white behind?
maybe.
I rolled an 87.
Would you like to push that roll?
No, I don't think I will.
All right. You see pull up a car. You recognize this car as Amelia. Let me just double check so I can pronounce the last name correctly. Craigton's car. The wife of one of the millionaires in the city. You've also, and this is from your information of listening and gossiping and stuff, that she's a bit of a free spirit.
A floozy?
A bit of a floozy.
Oh, John! All right, so recognize the car of Amelia. Rumors have it she's a bit of a floozy. Well, you know what? Go get it, girl.
Yeah.
People say I'm a floozy too, but I actually ain't getting it. Shut up.
Well,
so I'm curious now. I'm like, why is Amelia Creighton? Maybe she's coming to get her fortune read. Also, for me as Runa, since István couldn't make it today, where is he at currently? What are we doing with him?
Well, you see him look out the window, his face go bright pink, and then he makes up an excuse to leave the car as quickly as he can and runs into the mansion to handle the appointment.
Okay. All right, he's already gone. Runa's gonna stand there, like, kind of stand there next to the car. She's like, you know what? I'm just gonna, before we go in, I'm sure smoking's fine, but like, it's a nice day out. I'm just gonna smoke out here. So she's just like smoking. Just taking the moment to like go over her notes and what she's seeing, and just like kind of every couple of seconds, she's like peeking up over the top of her notebook.
Go ahead and roll me a spot hidden.
34.
All right.
Oh no.
You do not see any butt cheeks, but you do see a familiar hat get tossed to the back.
No. It can't be. No. No, it's just like the notebook is like closer to her face. So she can like peer harder at the car. She's just like, no, this cannot be. Anybody can have this hat. It can't be. So is there confirmation that this is in fact Harris?
Yes. They haven't ripped off clothes yet, but they're getting there.
I feel like in this moment, the cigarette that is probably like a quarter half smoked through at this point falls from her mouth to the ground. She's just like, oh my lord. Well, I didn't know that he had such connections. I was just gonna do like a half turn, and she's just gonna like, shit, I dropped my cigarette. She's gonna kind of like, you know how cars back then had the little step?
Yeah.
Actually, is the car unlocked? If the car's unlocked, she's just gonna pop open the door and she's just gonna sit there. Oh my lord.
Uh,
And
yeah,
relight a new cigarette.
it's unlocked. Estaban in his hurry did not unlock it or
Okay.
unlock it.
He left me with the keys, we'll say that.
Yeah.
He left them in the ignition because he freaked out. So I'm in charge of the car now, baby.
He trusts you. You two are pigeon buddies.
Oh my god, but we just met. Oh, so trusted. He's gonna learn better. I'm gonna take his car for a joyride. Anyways, so I will pocket those keys in my purse, and lock the driver's side. Just like reach over and and then I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, I should probably go. Just like a mini monologue to herself, like, I should just go inside with István. I shouldn't be left alone with this man, especially if he's like, known for the. That would be. Don't you know that would be the smart thing, is to go inside so that I have a second person in case something goes wrong. But this is just too juicy gossip to pass up. But I also don't want to watch the Harris.
Oh my god. You want to roll a knowledge real quick?
62.
You remember that Craigton is the name of one of the Crew of Swords families.
Yeah.
And you're thinking about it.
I am thinking about it. I'm just like, I don't want to watch Harris do his business. Not a voyeur. It's not my thing. No judgment, but just.
You can also start to remember at like the faint back of your head of like one of the conversation that you had with the party girls once upon a time, and when they were gossiping about Amelia, they also kind of mentioned that her husband's a little prone to violence.
Oh no. All right, I'm gonna write that down. That's important. Chet Craigton is a little prone to violence.
Yeah.
Rumor from party.
Good time gals. They're party girls.
They all party.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Oh no, that's real bad. So I think at that point, Runa notebook makes little note like question mark. CC C Craig period. Saw a Craig period question mark. Also XOXO. In car in front of Sakic's house. And now she's just like, she's got her ears kind of open, but not open. But she's just smoking. She's like, oh my god, I hope this is quick.
Not like anybody could interrupt this or anything, you know.
Roll me a luck, please, Harris.
Oh my god.
Look, Runa has respect. If you're getting it on, All right, whatever.
I got out a
respect
6.
that.
You got a 6.
Nice.
Off to a great start.
Okay, yeah, it is. You guys are getting ready to have fun, and then a woman stops, kind of looks around, and she kind of pouts, and she's like, "Ugh, this probably wouldn't be a good idea."
What? What? What wouldn't be a good idea?
I mean, I'm sure there's probably going to be a bunch of other people coming in to see their fortunes told in the new year.
I mean, it looks like it's pretty dead right now. I could be quick. I mean, we could be quick.
She kind of gives you this playful look, and then she's like, "Well, no, I see another car. Rather not risk it. While I think you can definitely handle yourself, I'd rather not put you in harm's way."
I mean, like it's don't like I know them. They're fine. Like it's all right.
No, she kind of pulls back, and she's like, "No, just in case it's not anyone." But and she's gonna find a scrap piece of paper and start writing down an address on it. Let's see. She's gonna show it's an address for a building along Canal Street. And she's like, "Here, you meet me here, meet me at this address there, and then we can really have some fun. And there'll be nobody there."
Oh, he is smiling like an idiot. Yes, ma'am.
She's gonna reach for your hat and kind of put it back on your head. Make sure you look all nice.
And just like absolutely stupid smile, right? She's gonna like fumble behind him to like open the door handle and just kind of like back out, still smiling.
See you soon.
What got a specific time you want me to arrive?
Oh, how about, come Monday?
Monday it is. I'll see you here and then.
All right, see you later. Bye-bye. And then
Bye, man.
she's gonna drive off.
He is still smiling like an idiot. God, he's so dumb. Yeah. So essentially, like he's just like holding the paper, tucks it into a pocket, gives it a little good tap, smiling. Nice. And then, does he notice Runa not smoking?
Yeah, you can see.
She's kind of like half in the car, half out. She's like sitting on the seat. The door's barely popped open.
Then he's probably gonna do one of those, "Oh hey," like a small wave, and then just kind of like happily, with a bounce in his step, walk over. "Hey, finally caught up with you."
I'd say you did.
I mean, yeah, cause you're here, I'm here.
Yeah.
We're both here. So
who drove you here, Harris? You look romantic, glowing.
Ah, well.
You look like you were touched by the sun. Absolutely radiant.
Did Harris actually learn her name? I don't think he did.
Nope.
I'll tell you right now, she's an angel for sure. Absolutely. absolutely beautiful came to me in a time of need.
Oh yeah, and then what else happened?
Well, I don't like to kiss and tell.
Oh, well, if
So
you
I
don't,
want
I'll do it for you.
what?
Well, if that's the car that I think it was, Harris, um, that's the wife of Mr. Chet Craigton, one of the rich socialites of the town.
Sorry, wife of? You said
Wife of,
wife of? Oh.
wife of, Miss Amelia Creighton.
Mm. Oh. All
I mean, you wouldn't,
right.
I'll be honest, you wouldn't be the first to fall into her trap. She's a real charmer, rumors say. But,
Oh
I
no.
mean, this might actually work out in our favor if she took a liking to you. Because
Oh,
she kind of taps the ashes out the window, out the door. She makes sure she misses Harris's like shoes and stuff because she's not a jerk. Yeah, her husband is on the crew of swords. You know, the one that Peter Gavin was investigating. So,
oh.
I feel like you might have just had a blessing.
Would you believe that I feel like I just maybe dodged a mm.
I do feel a little bit bad though. It looks like a cloud is coming, hitting your sunshine a little bit.
A little bit, Runa. A lot. It's fine.
I'm
No, I
sorry.
guess it's for the best. I mean,
Well, I mean,
I didn't notice she had a
Runa's.
ring or anything, and I didn't really
Well,
ask. And
yeah, she's very good at her job. She's very good at her hobbies, Harris. Most men are into sleeping with a married woman. I mean, if that's your thing, I'm not gonna judge you. What happens between two consenting adults is their own business. But
I
she seemed to
mean,
take a liking to you, didn't she?
she
Giving you
left
a
me an
ride.
address, and I
Can
was
I
gonna
see
meet
the
up with her again on Monday, but I don't know if I'm
Can I see the
gonna do that
address?
now. His nose like slowly pull it out of the jacket, all sad. And
Runa
here's the
hands like
address.
Runa's gonna do kind of like an exchange. She's like, "Honey, you look like you need a cigarette." Here you go.
Well, yeah.
So
Best moment of my life just got a little bit dashed here.
I'm so sorry, honey.
Thanks for a light.
Lights it. Beth, do I know the address? Or at
Roll
least
me a
like the
knowledge.
neighborhood that this address is in. Yeah. It's a 55.
All right, you recognize it as one of the main business offices for the for some of the rich socialites. When they plan their cruise and stuff, that's where they go. You've,
Oh.
I'd say you've probably, in passing, have walked past that building. Like
Okay.
because some of the wealthier theater goers do work
Yeah.
in that building. But it is
Okay.
the most honorable crew of swords.
So we just keep coming back to swords. Kind of wonder if we're being watched now. We should probably be careful.
I mean, so what's this crew of swords you chatting about?
Oh, right. You would run off. Which I do want to know where you ran off to.
I had a work matter to deal with. I almost forgot, and you can't forget things when it comes to working at the travel bureau.
Runa thinks it clashed. Oh, right. You said you worked with Miss Y.
I do.
No more questions. Well, István and I went and talked to Wolf's friend Lotta, Carlotta. She's chatty over at the lounge where she works.
Oh yeah, I ran into her. We never said where we were gonna meet up, so I figured she'd know where y'all went.
Oh, well, I mean, it worked out. You found us.
Yeah, lovely lady.
Yeah. While we were there, she could. Her and Mr. Y, because we ended up talking with him as well, because he was curious as well. I was doing there with István. That we ended up showing on the symbol, and Miss Carlotta hadn't seen it before. But Mr. Y has. Apparently, the symbol has shown up before, and we did learn that we got the leader talking to, gestures the house. Etienne Laurent de Monnier here, something because he's all into the occult stuff. And then an antique dealer named Mr. Abaddon, who I could get a meeting with him. I just have to talk to some people at the theater who do some stuff with him.
So, I may have more information on that particular individual because I went there first. Because I did not.
You already went there.
Yeah, so the antique shop is...
Runa out of the car, slams it. She was like, all right, Harris, give me the deets. Give me the details.
All right. I'm gonna. Jeez, calm down. All right, so...
Pen and paper out.
That man's gone nuts.
All right.
I got there, everything was shuttered. What?
Harris Abaddon recap. Man is nutters.
Yeah, man's nutters. Almost shot me with a large rifle there, but I get there. So I've got directions to his house from a bouncer who said he ain't been seen in weeks.
Okay.
So I figure I'll go do a quick wellness check there, because I really didn't want to come here first. You know how much. Well, maybe you don't know how. I really do not like Etienne very much.
Oh, you've been here before.
I have some suspicions about this little man.
I do want to follow up on that, but we'll put a pin in it. We'll come back to it.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. It's fine. I get to the antique shop there, and it looks like it hadn't been open in a real long time, and all the curtains were drawn, and couldn't get the front door open there, but I went around back, and the back door was open, and I get inside, and all the mirrors are covered up in sheets, right? And there is a large dresser in front of the front door so that people couldn't get into
barge
it.
In, all right.
And nobody can barge in there. And then I go up the stairs, and I'm trying to be cautious, but he hears me coming because it was a goddamn squeaky stair, and
yeah,
the little man almost blowed my brains out. He's scared, saying how I'm an agent of the King in Yellow, and I'm here to get him, and the eyes are everywhere, and I had to reassure him that, number one, I'm not an agent. Look, I ain't wearing a suit. See, I'm wearing green. Definitely not an agent. But he prattled on about how... I mean, it worked out pretty... Do you see me here before you?
I mean, you're standing here before me. Well, that's just why I said I'm surprised it worked, but it worked.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, he said something about the agents of the King in Yellow are trying to get him. The King in Yellow has eyes all over the city. We cannot hide from him.
Oh.
But he mentioned Gavin, but like I said, I saw in the newspaper today, Gavin's dead.
What?
Yeah, don't you see? And he's gonna hand you the paper that he had purchased from little dude with the headline that reporter had jumped off of a building.
Runa's gonna read it 3 times over. First, a speed read. Second, a more thorough read. And the third is just a really slow, in-depth. Well, this begs the question then. Did he actually commit suicide, or did someone kill him? And also, in follow-up to that, if he had the play The King in Yellow from the archive, who has it now?
Oh, shit. That's a good point right there.
She's
But
like
I mean, like,
scrunching her
based on
face up. She's
based
like,
on what we've been doing, I highly doubt that he did himself in.
I highly doubt he did either. But I'm really concerned if this book is anything like one I've seen before. We might be in more trouble than we thought.
I mean, most likely. But yeah, I tried to get any information from him on like potentially where we could get like hints on how to stop the King in Yellow, and he just kept telling me that there are eyes all over the city. So I
Oh, he's
just made
paranoid?
sure that like, oh, very paranoid. Couldn't really get him to come out, and so I just made sure that I just kind of confirmed with him that he'd be good there, and he said as long as the agents don't get me, I'm fine. I'm like, all right, fine.
All right.
And then I backed out, and then I made sure to lock the door behind me, so it was a little bit more secure than when I got there.
So,
But I'd suspect that he's probably not gonna be there soon. And, like, I mean, I don't have high hopes that he's not gonna be found by these agents or whatever.
ooh, Magpie is gonna have a fit if something happens to Mr. Abaddon. Anyway.
Who?
Oh, so at the theater where I work, there's the what is his damn title? Basically, he's the lead of the costume and set departments. He
Alright.
oversees them, and so before I found out you saw him, I was gonna go talk to Magpie about getting the contact information so I could schedule a thing with Mr. Abaddon, because Mr. Abaddon will bring some of the antiques, so some of our stage design crew will come to his store to draw out the antiques so we can have a more robust stage,
Right.
and like recreate them in a easier to
Yeah, it
move
makes
back and forth.
sense.
You know what I'm saying. Anyways,
Yeah, I don't think he'll
so
be scheduling any visitations soon.
yeah, and that's gonna make Magpie real grumpy, and he's been. I mean, he's
Yeah,
always
he's very
had a little.
hungry.
He's always had a bit of a. He just likes things perfect, you know. He really cares about how everything turns out, and he's not been doing too hot lately. I don't know why he's been flying off the handle, but
You
his
think maybe it has to do with this book? I mean, everybody keeps calling it a play.
well, you remember when we talked to Raoul at the library? It's a book. It's a physical book, but the contents are a
Yeah.
play.
Yeah. Well, if it's a play, like what if he got a hold of it and is like, I'm gonna do the play. I mean, maybe it's a stretch. I'm not a
I
theater
put it down.
person.
All all hypotheses are good until you find evidence to prove them for otherwise. But she's kind of like chuckling. She's like, "Oh my god, no!" Actually, she's like doing a thump. She's like, "No, I could see Magpie killing a man, but I feel like if Magpie's gonna kill a man, it's gonna be that tabloid reporter, Maximilian Thread, right? Ooh, he hates that man. You can't even say his name in the theater.
All right, that's weird.
Magpie will kill you. It's the easiest way to get him ranting. It's both funny and terrifying." She's like giggling. But anyway, no, focus. All right, so you went to see Mr. Abaddon. He's been locked up in his shop for weeks. He's not doing well. You said he's paranoid. He blockaded all the doors.
Yep.
Except for the back door. Weird.
I know. It seems like such a gross oversight.
Did he just cover the mirrors, or was every reflective surface covered?
Does Harris remember?
Roll me a knowledge.
29.
It seems to be every mirror. Nothing reflective. He wasn't that paranoid yet.
Mirrors.
Just mirrors. Okay.
So that's where it got weird, right? Well, I mean, like, it kind of already started weird, but, like, that's where it got a little weirder.
Well, I mean, like, I could see maybe just, like, if your shop's open, you don't want the lights like refracting off of each other when the sunlight comes in. Like, I understand the sheets, but also like he's been locked up for 3 weeks. Why cover him? Dark. Maybe he just, if he's been paranoid, maybe he was seeing things, or just it made him antsy. Thought, and so he was seeing stuff out of the corner of his eyes.
I mean, maybe he thought they could see him through the reflections. He's talking about how there's a bunch of eyes, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so we got eye imagery. Writes that in her notebook. But so he's not doing too hot.
No.
But he's still, technically, when you last saw him, he was alive.
Yes.
But Peter Gavin is dead. She's like
According
looking
to
at the paper
According
again.
to the paper.
Just to confirm, Beth, we don't know the identity of the body we found originally, right?
Yes.
We do or don't?
You don't know. Sorry, you don't know.
Okay. This is gonna be a wild, maybe a stretch, but is there a way or a check that I could do where Runa could like try to basically figure out, is the body that we found earlier potentially Peter Gavin?
Let's do an education roll at half.
Oh, I rolled an 85. I'd like to push that, please.
Sounds good to me.
So 29.
29. Let me double check the chart.
Let me consult the stars. You
Yeah.
said it was an education.
Yes. So 67
equals blank divided by 2. Half is 33.5.
So you passed.
Yeah.
Woo! Yes. So with some thinking about it, even though you kind of hesitate a little bit because, remembering seeing a dead body is not really great. You can kind of piece together.
Did make it a little better.
Yeah.
Chat. I'm sorry. Please continue, Beth.
Oh, you can piece together that considering, like, doing the math of, like, when that incident happened and the news coming out and the fact the guy kind of looked like a report, like something a reporter would be wearing. It all seems to kind of meet together.
Shit. Harris?
Yeah?
Do you think it's likely that body that was discovered earlier today was Peter Gavin? Do you think we saw him and we didn't even recognize him? By we, I mean me.
Was when out of character, when did we see a body? Was I there for that?
You were there for that.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't know what Gavin looks like.
Well,
I guess it might have been him.
You didn't see the body directly. You saw the crowd that was forming around the body.
Oh, yeah. I remember now.
And then Runa came back and described the scene to you guys based on all the notes she did and the symbol that was clutched in his hand. And with that, Runa will take that, like, scrap, whatever she got from the body from Dante.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just gonna look at us like, oh my God, I'm out of. So I can't confirm it, but I got this just gut feeling that body that was there earlier near the park might have been Peter Gavin, especially because it had this on in his hand, like clutched in it, real tight. But That was not a suicide. The body looked like it was torn to pieces by like a wolf or something, like something big and beastie. And
Yeah,
I don't know that anybody can just do that to themselves. Do you understand?
So true. I mean, I've seen things happen via beast. I mean, the forest is full of predators. But like, yeah, I had a hunch that this was not normal. Especially if like, because I mean, we've been literally following in his investigative footsteps, and I feel like he got a little too close. What he's looking for.
Well, I suppose we should take some extra precautions then if that's the case. If that is Peter. So, well, that does bring up the question too of where's the book?
Maybe the psychic will know.
That kind of like takes her out of the dourness and she kind of like chuckles a little bit. She appreciates the humor. She's like, you know what? He probably would. I mean, maybe this is how we see if he's a fake or not, you know? She kind of bumps him with her elbow. Well, István already ran in, so maybe we should get a move on. We can catch him up to speed, so we're all in the same place in this investigation. It's probably better we don't.
A little later.
Probably best that we don't stay alone.
True. Especially with that sneaky man.
I mean,
So what
I'm quite sure he set us up, but I can't prove it, you know?
Set you up for what? And like she's kind of like looping her arm into Harrison.
Bit of an ambush, Runa, bit of an ambush. But like I said, I can't prove it, so here we are.
Ambush for what, honey?
Remember
as they're walking up.
Remember them needlemen?
Oh, I read about them in the papers, and then what was it? Wolf's protege Bill got shot.
Yeah, saved his life.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, Bill's a good friend of mine. We work together.
Oh,
buddy. But yeah, we went to Etienne for some advice, and we told him we were going to the library, and
yeah.
Next thing you know, we get ambushed at the library. Well, as far as I can figure, he's the only one we told we were going to the library. They were there.
I mean, that line of thought does make sense to me.
I don't generally consider myself a suspicious man, but I'm suspicious.
She's like, yeah, suspicious. Well, then I guess we'll just not have to tell him where we're going next, huh?
I think we should keep that a little close to the vest, yeah?
Yeah, just like you and your date.
Well,
which she is gonna give
a bit of a strong term.
She's gonna take that address now that she remembers she has it. She's gonna give him back the newspaper, but that address she's gonna put it right back in his breast pocket. Just like, you really need to keep this one close to the vest, and if you are gonna go, please let me know. So if you end up dead in the next couple weeks.
Well, that sounds ominous.
Well, I don't think that she would put it up to it, but her husband's got a bit of a temper.
I'm sorry, what?
Her husband, Craig. Craig.
Maybe I don't want to go.
Hold on one second. No. Chet. Yeah, her husband Chet's known to be a little bit of a violent man. Probably why she runs off to the arms of other men.
I mean, as you say that, he's just a little pale.
But I mean, please don't take this the wrong way, Harris, but you're just a low person in the city, so if anybody could sneak away, we'd probably be fine.
I mean, I suppose, but also, like I said, I want to live.
Yeah? I mean, you've already dodged one investigator today. What's another 3?
He's just kind of like glare a little bit. I guess. By the way, I'll still have to say thank you. I don't know what he's looking for, but I don't trust cops as far as I can throw them. And I feel like I'm making a lot of leniencies for Estaban here, but I think he's a pretty good egg. We've been through some tough shit together.
Well, and Istvan's also not a cop. Now is he?
That's true.
Private investigators can be swayed. If you got the right favors, money, or information.
Or if you're just charming like me.
You know what, Harris? Gives him a little pat on his hairy cheek. It's no wonder you've managed to stay on your toes so long. You have such good humor.
Thank you, Runa.
It's wasted at the Tourism Bureau. All right, let's get to this fucking house.
All right, you guys get to the house.
Yep.
The butler there, he's like, Mr. Demongi is in a meeting, and he doesn't want anybody else to come in with this meeting. It's private matters. Sure you understand.
Excuse me, sir, did our friend, Mr. Kisfaludy, come through here?
Yes, their matters are
Is
very.
that the meeting?
Yes, it's the meeting.
Oh, right. Well, we were actually coming about the same thing. Is it possible we could crash that meeting? We're actually supposed to all come in together.
Unfortunately, I cannot do that. Mr. Demongi was very adamant that it stays private.
Shoot.
All right.
Yes, and this is his last meeting for the day before he gets ready to head up to Arkham. So, unfortunately, I must.
Arkham?
Yes.
Where's Arkham?
Mess.
Looks at Harrison. Where's Arkham?
I don't know.
He is.
Runa, I'm not from here. I don't know.
So, Mr. Demonnier is leaving town.
Yes. He has important matters to attend to with a close friend of his.
Oh. Has he been planning that trip long? Going up north?
Yes.
What is the weather? He's going. That seems a little odd to go up north when it's winter and it's snowing and cold. Ugh. She like shivers at the thought of snow. She's like, ugh, the worst.
Mr. Demongi is a strange man.
Well, I hope that his business goes well then. When will he be back? So we could potentially make an appointment for his return.
He will be back in about 2 weeks' time.
Dion will return in 2 weeks.
That's a long trip.
It is important matters.
So he says.
I will inform Mr. Kisfaludy that you were asking of his whereabouts and where you can meet him further.
That would be wonderful. Thank you very much, sir. It's his friends Runa and Harris.
Understood.
Is there a reception room? Or Harris, do you want to just wait outside? Are we waiting for István to get done with that meeting?
I mean, if we sit outside the door and wait till this man leaves, we can maybe try to listen in.
I am standing right here.
I feel like we're at the front door.
Oh, okay. You guys were like left. Or
Okay,
whatever.
actually, I have a question. Can I have a clarifying question before we do dumb potential shenanigans?
Yes.
Right.
Were we escorted into the house, or were we greeted at the front door and this conversation is happening at the front door? Or are we like in a open parlor, like the front entryway?
Front entryway.
Okay. So we've been let inside. We've had this conversation.
Yes.
I don't feel like he'd be a very good butler. He just left us here to our own devices.
Yeah. He's kind of waiting for you guys to be like, okay, yes, we'll leave, or he's keeping an eye on you, but he's not.
So she's gonna look at Harris. Gonna give him like a little, like with the back heel of her left foot. She's gonna gently nudge Harris. It's like a hey, pay attention. And she's like, sir, do you mind showing me where a bathroom is? I need to take care of some business, please. Might borrow one.
Roll a fast talk.
Damn. Oh no. I mean, it's not terrible. But... Oh no. I rolled a 90. I would like to push that.
All right.
Oh god. 48. I will spend, if I'm allowed, the 5 luck points to pass.
Okay.
Keeper, may I?
Yes, you can.
All right, I'm down to 65 now.
All right. He will pause for a moment and will nod, and you'll be like, I will, I'll lead you to the guest bathroom. And he's leading you there. Harris, you are given a look of don't touch anything. And he leads you to the restrooms, Runa.
All right, Harris, I got a distraction. Go, go, go!
Yeah, as soon as he gets around the hall, he's gonna go, like, snoop on the conversation.
I suppose you've been here before. You know where his office is, so this is actually better. This actually worked out better. I didn't completely plan this. I was like, I'm just going to distract him. Harris can go. But I forgot you were here before. This works out.
Woo.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. All right, so Runa will pretend. Well, she'll go into the bathroom, and actually, you know what? She's here. She might as well actually go to the bathroom. Well, who knows when we'll get the chance next, so powder my nose and shit.
Yep. And
make up a laugh. Excuse me, sir. This not any toilet paper in here. It's out.
In the cabinet below the sink.
Looks under the sink. How stocked is it?
It's very stocked.
Shit. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate your diligence.
You're welcome. Now, Harris, go ahead and roll me a listen.
Ooh, I'm good at that. Well, 15.
All right. There you can, like, when you lean up against the doors, you can hear muffling of talking. It looks like it sounds a bit like Dimangi is having the most of the conversation, but it is kind of hard to make out exact words.
Okay. Is there... I don't know if I can, like, open the door without being noticed. Maybe.
I feel like you could certainly try.
I think I might see if I can try to crack the door open.
Okay.
Very gently and very quietly.
Roll me a stealth.
14. I am so excited about this. I was so unlucky yesterday.
You were.
Right, you're able to crack the door just a little bit in order to hear it. You see Dr. Namangi talking to Estaban. Esteban seems to have a manila folder in his hands, and you can tell that they're talking about, at least as it pertains, you hear that Etienne is mentioning Wolf.
Oh,
Oh.
all right. Do I actually hear what he says about Wolf?
You hear that Etienne has not. He's kind of heard from Cafe de Mon that Wolf has not been seen in the past couple of days, and it seems very not Wolf's behavior.
That it is not.
So if it is possible, Esteban, can you check up on Wolf, see if you can find him and see what's going on?
Okay. Well, that seems benign.
Mm-hmm. Can
All
you
right, all right, all right.
roll me a listen real quick?
That's 83, but I'm gonna push it.
All right.
6.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. You are suspicious.
Always.
You can start hearing footsteps coming down the hall.
Gonna go be somewhere else.
Are you gonna close the door?
Oh, yeah, gently, very as quietly as I possibly can.
Okay. All right.
He's so bold. I would have left it open.
Well, you close the door. You manage to get back into the parlor area. Runa, are you done?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Then you.
Totally.
Like he shows up and Harris is just kind of nonchalantly leaning somewhere.
Yeah.
But how often will I be in a rich man's house? So, I would like to do a little bit of rumor snooping.
All right.
When I get out of the bathroom, please.
Okay.
I don't have to go very far. Just like, what kind of taste does this man have? Can I get a vibe check?
The vibe check is eccentric. And very. Guy's got expensive tastes. And it's kind of a kooky taste. But it somehow works together. Uh-oh.
And very. Okay, so he's got expensive taste.
And eclectic. Eccentric.
Hey, Beth.
Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Can you repeat the last 2 minutes?
Okay.
Because you roboted.
Oh
Because your
no.
internet was the crap. No, it's okay. So I got little bits and pieces. So said that it's
Eclectic,
kind of
expensive.
eclectic, kooky, and eccentric.
Yes.
But it somehow kind of works together.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Fantastic. I guess. Can I see like a library, office, or well, not an office, but like a library or study or something, maybe?
That's closed off. That's where Estaban and
Okay.
Mangi are. If you would like to roll a spot hidden.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. 11.
All right, you can see a couple of paintings and a couple portraits on the wall. There's one where it's definitely Etienne, and he's with a woman about his age, and with a small child in between them. There's one.
Gasp!
There's also a very much older picture that appears to be Etienne with what looks like Mr. Jenkins. And
what?
oh
No! Hold up! Runa's gonna stare at the Mr. Jenkins page because she's like, okay, is it like a middle-aged Mr. Jenkins or? I mean, like she's seeing pictures of Mr. Jenkins and is like
middle-aged,
younger. Okay. Painting or picture. Etienne and Mr. Jenkins. Yeah, Runa's like, hold the phone. I know this man. She like stares at. She's like, Mr. Jenkins. What did Mr. Jenkins do with Etienne? Is there any like? I mean, I know that it's not common for people to do that in their own fucking homes because they know the context of the photos. But is there any like indication, like handwriting on the photo or whatever?
There's
like
no handwriting.
What the event for this was.
There's no handwriting. It does look like it was supposed to be kind of a very low-key kind of party setting.
Okay.
But, you know, Mr. Jenkins looks well put together. Etienne, like the people in there look very well put together and stuff. But they look very tired. Uh-oh. Oh, dang it. 1 second.
Watson.
Okay, let's try that again.
Hey, Beth.
Yes. Yes. Oh no, not again. Do 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 do. Are we back? Hello, Bueller. Oh, hello.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Hello, I'm back.
Okay, so all I heard before it roboted really hardcore was it's Etienne and Mr. Jenkins in a low-key party setting.
Yes.
So I didn't hear any of the other description that you were giving about this photo. But also, before you go back to describe it, I want to take the photo from the frame or at least see if I can pop the back to see if there's any writing on it. So I would like to see this off the wall.
The butler is still within eyeshot and earshot.
But can I see him?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Damn, I'm still going to take it off the wall. I'm going to look at it.
All right.
I'm just going to very, like, gingerly. I'm, like, staring at it. I'm like,
All right. To quickly describe it, everybody in that picture looks like they're at a party, very low-key party, but they also look very exhausted. And as you look at the picture frame, the butler is kind of like, "Can I help you, ma'am?"
Oh, I was just wondering the story about this photo here.
He looks at it. And he's trying to, put the name, I believe this was from 19 oh, just make sure I do my math right. 1907 or 1904. I can't quite recall off the top of my head.
I was just gonna say, everybody looks so young in this photo. Especially this one. And she points to Mr. Turk. She's like, oh, I mean, I've seen pictures of him younger, but he looks good in this photo. Everybody looks so tired, though. What happened?
I do not know.
Oh, was this from before you worked here?
Yes.
Okay. Photo is for the butler there. Coolio. Oh, would it be... I know this is a really weird question to ask, especially because this isn't my home, but can I look at the back of the photo? I'll put it right back afterwards, I promise.
I would rather not. Mr. Domingue does need to finish his meeting, and he will need to work on getting ready.
Understood. And she's going to... Did she take it off while you were there?
Yes.
Okay. So she is going to put it back up on the wall. And then, because of course, every time you put something back on the wall, it's a little bit crooked. So then she'll take the moment to like straighten it. So, there, good as new. Like I didn't even touch it. It's ours. Curiosity got the better of me because I know this gentleman in the photo. So
I understand. And then he's going to kind of usher you back towards the parlor.
I would like to not charm him, but just like, thank you for showing me to the bathroom. By the way, it is immaculate. One of the nicest bathrooms I've ever been in my life.
Thank you, ma'am.
She's like, oh, Harris, thank you, why? I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long.
Oh yeah, no. It's just been a little lonely out here with no one else to chat to.
Oh, bad. Well, we better get out of Monsieur's hair.
Oh, for sure.
Thank you very much for getting our info. And where do we want István to meet us when we're done? When he's done?
Well, I mean, probably car.
Well, if it takes longer than that, where do we want to meet? Maybe like the cafe?
I suppose. We
Oh,
in
we
a
could go get...
taxi back, or?
I'll pay for it if we get one. Got a little bit of taxi fare.
Right,
So we could go. We could regroup at the cafe tomorrow. Coffee. At the cafe, we could just sit there and chat all evening. Get my drift.
That's true. That's true.
And we can watch the public live.
That's also true. What say we wait about what? 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah, we can do that. We can chit chat, have a couple cigarettes. Excuse me, sir. If it's fine, when István comes out, can you let him know that if we're not at the car, that he can find us at the Café du Monde?
I will do so. I will do that.
Thank you very much. It's much appreciated.
You're welcome. And then he's gonna
All right.
escort you guys outside.
Oh my god.
Wow, we are subtle.
I don't know what you're talking about. Are we outside now, way out of earshot?
Yep, you guys are back at the car.
All right. So, did you get my distraction? What'd you find out?
Well, here's the problem. I got to the office, right, and I tried to listen in, but I couldn't really make out what they were saying. But I do know that Etienne gave Estaban a folder of something.
Oh, okay.
So Estaban found out something, and I'm excited to see what it is.
That's a little bit weird, but I'm also excited. I hope it's relevant to our investigation.
I mean, I hope so too. We won't know till we know, though.
That's true. You got me there. I really am. The more we investigate all of this, I feel like I'm a little bit in over my head, if you catch my drift.
I mean, it does feel like there's just a lot riding on this. I mean,
Yeah.
not only just Wolf, but like all in New Orleans. So
Yeah, this has gotten a little bit out of hand. But I mean, if we don't, I don't think the police are gonna investigate this honestly.
oh
So I
hell
mean,
no.
and we
Talk about
don't.
it sounds absolutely crazy. They're not gonna help.
Yeah,
I mean, number one, what would they even do?
that's a good point. Lock us in the loony bin.
Exactly. I don't want to go loony bin.
I don't want to go to the loony bin either. I've worked so hard to get to my place in my career. I can't let that all go to shit now.
Exactly.
Oh, can you imagine even the tabloids? Opera singer goes to the loony bin. Ugh, it doesn't even sound good.
Yeah, that's shoddy writing right there.
Oh my god. So, I guess what's our next plan? You've seen Mr. Abaddon. He's not doing so well.
That's true.
We won't know what Etienne said till István comes out.
Also true. Man, seems like we're in a little bit of a trench here.
Well,
Would you
Runa's
guys?
gonna kind of tap her fingers together. She's like, I have an idea, but it's not the most, probably not the most intelligent one.
Spit it out.
Well, if Peter Gavin is the dead man from earlier,
Right?
his apartment is probably being accosted by the police.
Maybe.
But in case,
or maybe they're done with that.
oh, maybe they're done with that. And if I was a police officer, I don't think I would care much about, a little book. So I think my question is, well, my idea was maybe we stop by his apartment or wherever he lived and find out.
See what we can find.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
But problem is, we don't know where he lives. Do we? Okay, this is actually Beth. Do we know where he lives? Did we learn that information? Did I learn that information from Mr. Y?
No.
And Lotta, because I think we just learned that he works for the New Orleans Gazette, right?
Yep.
Wait a minute. When did the yellow books come out?
I don't know. Let's find out together.
Yeah. No, not the. fuck? Yellow book. Address book. The yellow books are totally different. Yellow pages. They came out in 1883.
All right.
Did they used to have? They used to have addresses in them for people too, right?
I mean, regular phone books that had addresses, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So theoretically, if we can get a hold of an address book, we could probably just flip through it. We know his name, and we don't know if it's accurate, but we could still lead.
This is true.
Can we go back inside the house and ask the butler for an address book?
No. I will.
Damn.
I will shoot that down because it is about in game about 7:30, and he's just one.
Oh, it's 7:7. It's 7:7. Okay.
Yeah.
So we saying it's been about 20-30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. István's still not showing up.
Nope.
All right. So I'm going to open the car with the keys, which I have. I'm going to open the glove compartment.
All right.
I'm going to put the keys in there, kind of hidden under a bunch of paper stuff. I'm going to write him a note. István. Following up on lead, looking for PG's address. We still going to. I feel like the Cafe du Monde probably has an address book.
It's like me.
It's a business. Meet you at Cafe du Monde. If not, we're going to see PG's place. Have to use your big brain investigator skills to find it, just like us. Sorry, huh?
Okay then.
Runa. She draws a little flower by it. It looks like a star-shaped flower.
Ew.
Because goddamn it, I'm gonna shoehorn more garden party in here eventually. So yeah, she's gonna press the lockdown on the. Oh wait, she's gonna leave that door unlocked. Because that'd be great, just lock all the doors and have the keys in the car. I almost fucked it up. So she'll leave the passenger door unlocked. The note and keys are wrapped, like she folded the keys inside like an envelope with the note. And she put that at the bottom of the glove compartment and closed it back up. She's like, all right, well, here's, I suppose we got to go get a taxi now.
Okay. Sounds good.
Since your little lady friend isn't here to give you a new ride.
Yeah, she's gone. I don't know if I want to ride from her no more, but
I mean, I hear that they're quite pleasant, if the rumor mill is anything to be believed.
okay, but like we're gonna bodily harm. Bodily harm is the game there.
That's true.
I'm ready.
Runa's gonna kind of go to the side of the street to try to hail a taxi.
All right, go ahead.
Or
Roll me.
please walk in the direction. She will flash a little ankle.
Go ahead and roll some luck.
89. Can I push that?
Yes, you can.
60.
All right. After a few moments, there is a taxi that pulls up.
Goody.
Yes.
All right. Runa climbs in. And I assume Harris is climbing in. It's like, excuse me, sir, could you take us to the Cafe du Monde, please?
All right. I can do that.
Thank you. Taxi ride to the Cafe du Monde. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yep. And then after some time, you guys get to the Cafe du Monde.
Oh my God. I haven't eaten dinner yet. My blood sugar is just dropping.
Well, thank Christ we're in a place with beignets.
It all comes back to beignets.
It's the running joke of Call of Cthulhu.
It is our running joke. Oh, I gotta also make a phone call, which is perfect because then I can ask about that phone book. She's
Well,
gonna
how about
hand.
this? You go make your phone call. I'll order some beignets, and then we have a good sit down.
All right, and she's gonna give Harris her preferred coffee order, and then she's gonna go after that phone book and a phone.
All right. I'll say relatively easy. You get the phone book and you get the phone to yourself.
Okay. First things first, I would like to look in the phone book to see if I can find Peter Gavin.
Roll me a library use.
Oh my God, I actually get to use that. It's been so long. I rolled a 9.
Yeah, you find it pretty easily and it gives you the address.
I am going, because my memories, I don't trust that shit. I'm going to write it down. PG.
Okie dokie.
Address. I'm also going to write his phone number down.
All right.
And then while I'm here, I'm going to dig around in my bag for my change purse. And I would like to call the phone number that is on his name.
Okay. Roll me a luck, please.
69.
That would you like to
doesn't
push
pass.
that?
Can I just spend the 6, 7, 8, the 4 points?
Well, but it's a luck roll.
Oh, it's a luck roll. Right. Sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, I'll push it. I'll push the 69. Come on, baby. 26.
All right. After a few moments, the phone does pick up, and
It picks up.
yeah, it picks up.
Not what I was expecting.
And there is a woman's voice on the other end. Excuse me? Hello? Who is this?
Is this the residence of Mr. Peter Gavin?
Formally, yes. This is Mrs. Shreve. I'm his landlady.
Mrs. How do you spell Mrs. Her last name?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. You said it's like 7 p.m., right?
Yes.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear the formerly, and hello, Mrs. Shreve. Was working with Mr. Gavin on one of his latest articles. Oh, fuck, I need a name. And I was hoping that I could get a hold of him because I might have found a potential lead for it.
Oh,
Is he in?
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. He's not able to come to the phone.
Did something happen to him?
Unfortunately, yes. There was a bit of an accident from what I've been told by the officers. What a shame for such a nice man. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Here we go again.
we were working on a very sensitive article together.
Can we so after I say the Mischief says that he was a very nice man. What did you say? Because the internet decided to die on me.
Basically, she gets like he's probably dead context clues. I mean, she knows he's dead, but it's like, well, Mrs. Shrews, my sincerest, and for this, she's actually very sincere. My sincerest condolences for the loss of Mr. Gavin. I'm sure that's very hard for you. Unfortunately, Gavin and I were working on a very sensitive article, and I'm worried about the contents getting into the wrong hands. Would it be possible for me to come
Oh,
pick those up?
Peter always had it at his office at the Daily Gazette. I believe that his boss, Charlie Sundstrom, took all the papers in related to whatever case he was working on. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. Just just to make sure that I'm clear, and I heard you correctly, darling. His boss came by and they picked up the journal, the investigation we were working on. So they have all of it.
Yes, every piece that he was working on, his boss has it.
All right. I'm sorry to really push on it, especially in this very hard time. Would it be all right if I came by anyways, just to make sure that we got it all? I'm sure that Charlie got it all. He's a really insightful man. He's got an eye like an eagle. But there's some stuff that we were looking into that I don't think Charlie would have known to look for, if you catch my drift. So,
Well, normally I'd say yes, but Charlie did take every piece of paper and book that was in Peter's apartment.
he
So,
was very thorough. Oh, all right. He took all the books.
oh yes.
Well, thank you very much for the information, Miss Reeves. I'm, again, terribly sorry for what's happened. Peter was a good man.
Yes, he was. Have a good evening.
Have a good evening. Please try to get some rest. She's gonna hang up the phone. She's like, all right, so that's when we checked out. She's kind of a little pale. She's like, all right. Oh, fuck. Runa found the phone and address from the yellow address book. Called the number. Got his landlady, Miss Shrews, and found out boss Charlie from the New Orleans Gazette took every scrap of paper and books. Correct?
Yep, that is correct.
Cool. Just want to make sure I read the notes correctly. She's gotta call Tony. It's just like really round. It's just a quick, hey Tony, I'm gonna be a little late getting home today. Don't worry about me for dinner. I'll like find something around town. Just probably getting in over my head again. Doing some puzzle solving, you know me.
Be careful, kitten.
I know. Oh, also, if you see Mr. Jenkins, can you tell him that I have some questions for him? So if you could cut out a little window of time for me to have a nice little tea and cookies. That'd be great.
I'll make sure I let him know. He's been visiting a lot with trying to remember that woman's name. Some little old lady that shows up. They've been having tea and cookies, so you might need to make extra.
The little old lady.
Yeah.
She puts another quarter in the machine.
Yeah.
Little old lady.
Yeah.
I don't recall him having any visitors lately.
It's been when you've been working. I only see him in passing after the girls run me all over the place.
What's... Did you catch your name?
It's something Barker, maybe? Oh, I can't remember. Maybe it was that was the name
Tony,
of...
are you sure the last name's Barker?
It was either her name was Barker. She was also with some tall lady. Maybe the tall one was Barker. I'm sorry, kitten. It's been a bit of a chaos getting set up for Mardi Gras and everything.
Oh, I'm sure they're running you absolutely ragged. But thank you, Tony. I'll have to ask Mr. Jenkins about that, just so I can make sure that if she visits, we have her favorite cookies for her.
Sounds like a plan, kitten.
Get some rest, darling. I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Hangs up the phone. It's just like, the plot thickens. She's gonna go back to Harris. She's gonna sit down. Gonna do the leans on the table, elbows, and puts her hands before her face in like this position.
That good, huh?
Well, we were already at a phone, so I took the initiative just to make sure that we weren't going on a wild goose chase. I found the number, found the address. Here it is. So she shows it to him.
And?
That dead body was him.
Condolences, I guess, if you were friends.
I don't know him, so... But I did get in touch with his landlady, Mrs. Shreve. She confirmed that it was, in fact, him this morning. And I guess that his boss, Mr. Char, his boss at the New Orleans Gazette has all of his books and scraps of papers.
That does not sound ideal.
Well, it's ideal in that we don't have to, break in to his apartment. Less ideal because now we have to talk to his boss and have some sort of excuse about why we need the information he was looking into. Which we could lie and say, well, I mean, it's kind of lie, kind of not a lie. We could say that we were informants or that we were getting paid under the table to help him investigate. Potentially.
I mean, maybe.
But regardless, while I did really press the sweet little lady on if we could come by and look anyways, just in case something missed. And she was very adamant that his boss took literally every scrap of paper in every book. Whether it was
weird.
It's a little
That's
bit weird.
Right? That's weird.
Well, I think
that's weird.
I think so. Just a little bit. I mean, why would he take? I mean,
why would he take everything?
I'm sure he works on a lot of different stores at once, but like, it does strike me as a little bit odd.
Yeah, especially because like that's real quick.
Right after he died, yeah, to just swoop
that's
in.
Weird.
I mean, that was my excuse, but for going to see them. But so I guess that would be our next step.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't think it's gonna be tonight.
Yeah, probably not. It's been a bit late.
We've gotten a lot of information today, and
we do, and I mean, we're still waiting for Estaban.
We are still waiting for István, but she's gonna take her coffee and she's just gonna be like, "Oh, it smells so good, thank you." Just take little sippies so she doesn't like smudge the shit out of her makeup. Oh, I needed this.
I think with that we can end the session here.
I think so.
All right. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.